What was the most toxic behavior your girlfriend displayed in front of you, her family, and your friends that led to you breaking up? My girlfriend bullied her half-sister at a wedding in front of everyone. My girlfriend, Alexa, and I have been together for 3 years. A few days ago, it was her brother's wedding, and we attended. We and a few of our friends were at the same table at the reception. It turns out my girlfriend's half-sister, Rachel, was also invited and was assigned to the same table as me and my girlfriend. Rachel is the daughter of my girlfriend's mother. She had her way before Alexa. She completely abandoned Rachel and her father to live her life with Alexa's dad. They hadn't found out about Rachel's existence until her mother confessed to George, Alexa's brother, that she had a daughter before them. So, George reached out and found Rachel, and she was happy to maintain a relationship with him. On the other hand, Alexa was completely against it and didn't even want to meet her. That's why Rachel and Alexa don't get along. That was 4 years ago. I also have to say that I met Rachel, and we got along well. Since Rachel didn't know anyone else at the wedding, George put her at the same table as me, Alexa, and our friends. The second Alexa saw her, her mood changed. She kept throwing little innocent insults at her and then said she was just joking. Rachel didn't really seem to mind until Alexa said, "So, Rachel, how's your dad?" I almost lost it then. Rachel's dad passed when she was 15, and everyone knew this. Rachel didn't say anything but just looked at her with an almost pitiful look. She then excused herself and went to get a drink. I turned to Alexa and told her that if she didn't stop being a bitch and apologize, I would leave her right there and then. Alexa got defensive, saying that I'm defending Rachel because I'm attracted to her, and maybe I wanted to sleep with her because I pitied her because she's the poor orphan. She said all that in front of everyone. Their mom was around at the wedding, but George made sure she was sitting at a table far from ours, so she was out of Rachel's sight. She didn't even acknowledge the fact that Rachel was there, and I don't think Rachel came for reconciliation, but only for George's wedding since they've been hanging out a lot as siblings. At one point, we were left alone at the table, and I apologized for what Alexa said. Rachel told me that I don't have to apologize for other people's actions. I ignored Rachel for the rest of the night. And when it was time to leave, I left her at home and went to sleep at my house. I hadn't talked to Alexa much after the wedding because I was still very mad at her behavior. I stayed at my house and avoided her calls and attempts to contact me in any way. She came to my house twice, but I didn't answer the door. I wanted some time to think and be alone. I went to her house this morning and asked her to talk. She started apologizing to me for what she said, but I told her that I'm not the one she should apologize to. She realized what I meant and stopped talking. I kept going, and I told her that it was over between us and to never call me again. She started freaking out and said that she would apologize to Rachel if it meant I didn't break up with her. I agreed, knowing that I would still leave her even if she apologized because she's only doing this so I stay. Still, I wanted to hear her apologize because that's what's fair to Rachel. She called Rachel right there and then. After a while, Rachel picked up. Alexa started telling her how she's sorry for what she said and that it has been eating her up for the past few days and she can't sleep. From what I saw, clearly, these are lies. Rachel knew she was lying. I don't think Rachel even cared to hear her apology since she just said a simple okay and hung up. Alexa turns to me and asks me, "Are you happy now?" I wasn't, and I told her. I turned to leave and tell her that I'll come pick up my stuff while she's at work. She started freaking out and screaming at me about how I tricked her into apologizing to a bastard and that it's not her fault her mother went around making mistakes before she had her and how there's a reason Rachel was left by her mother. At that moment, I knew that whoever was in front of me wasn't the same person I fell in love with. I just left. She has been calling me for hours now, but I blocked her. Rachel called too to ask if I'm still alive since she learned from George that I broke up with Alexa. I told her that it's good riddance and apologized again for the wedding incident. She once again told me that it's not my fault, so I don't have to apologize. I'm quite happy with how things went, to be honest. It's not like I'll miss the toxicity.